morning, everyone. Rachel was a Colorado State University student majoring in French. She was 21 years old, 5 feet 1 inches tall, 112 pounds, and she was losing weight while consuming 6,000 calories a day. Now, to put 6,000 calories a day in perspective, that's enough to maintain the weight for 2 large, active teenage boys, or 3 of me if I'm exercising like crazy. Weight management is complicated and sadly often unsuccessful. Look at the number of advertisements for weight loss programs. They're ubiquitous. But weight management is essential for all of us. The very financial health of our country depends on it. Through one mechanism or another, all of us pay for about 2/3 of the healthcare costs in the country, and those are massively driven by obesity. For example, type 2 diabetes, which is going to become the new epidemic for the developed world. And while it's a financial issue for our country, it's a tragedy for individuals struggling with weight issues. For example, try to imagine packing around a 90-pound bag of concrete, or a 40-pound box of cat litter, or 2 gallons of milk, which weigh about 15 pounds, all day, every day, in everything you do. Try to imagine just getting out of your car with 15 or 16 pounds of weight sitting on your stomach. All of a sudden, what's easy for all of us gets really, really tricky. There are 4 important ideas to understand in weight management, which is helpful to think of as energy, personal energy management. First, very simply, if someone is overweight, how did that likely happen? Not for sure, but very, very likely happen. The way that happens is that they consume more energy than they use. And what happens with that process, when you consume more energy than you use, it's stored. And the storage mechanism is fat. That is stored energy that you're carrying around. Your body's a very smart machine, and it's basically waiting for a time when there's not enough food around to use the stored energy. The second idea, where do I get energy? Energy comes from only 2 places, what we eat and what we drink. Each one of us every day makes about 200 food choices. For example, the people that go to the roaster afterwards will decide, do I want coffee? Do I want tea? Do I want sugar? Do I want cream? Do I want skim milk? Those are all examples of food choices we'll make, and on average you'll make 200 a day. The third idea, how do I expend energy? Energy is expended through the activities of daily life, that's called the basal metabolic rate, and activity. Fred is going to expend energy later today when he hits the slopes. How much energy do I need? One of the things that makes the energy management process tricky is that there is not a simple way to determine in a factual sense how much energy you need. Energy need is determined by your age, your sex, your metabolism, and your body mass composition. For example, I have a friend in Boise whose weight management program consists of deciding how many times a week he's going to eat at Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's not eating at Kentucky Fried Chicken. He might reduce it from 5 days a week to 3 days a week, and he can manage his energy that way. There are truly the metabolically blessed among us. Another factor in determining how much energy you need is whether you're recovering from an injury. Rachel was recovering from traumatic brain injury. Normally, the brain uses about 20% of the energy in the basal metabolic rate. The energy used to run your brain is absolutely huge. And because her brain was injured in a horrific car accident, it was trying to rebuild itself and her body required more than 6,000 calories a day in that rebuilding process. In fact, the first formula to determine how much energy you need was created in 1919 by a pair of scientists trying to figure out how much food to feed burn victims. And interestingly, that formula stood till 1984. So amazing work considering the resources they had then. But even with these refined formulas, figuring out how much food can be a very difficult and tricky process. What is a person to do? We live in an immensely complicated world. Scientists spend their entire career studying just parts of the four ideas that I mentioned. Part of the answer is in your bedroom. And no, it's not the latest Cosmopolitan magazine, amazing love diet that your man will cherish you forever for. What it is this. This is a pair of pants. These are my test pants. The way you use test pants is to identify the ideal, the weight that you would like to be, and then find a pair of pants that would feel good at that weight. Then once a week, you put the pants on. If your pants feel better, you're doing the right combination of energy management. That is, you're making those 200 food decisions a day well, or you're adding more exercise. If they feel worse, you need to change your weight management formula. You need to change how much energy you're taking in or how much energy you're expending. So pick a pair of pants, shorts, or a dress. They should be comfortable at the weight you wish to be. Put it on once a week and adjust as needed. An adjustment does not mean taking them to your tailor. Test pants are an example of a proven idea. You get what you measure. You get what you measure. I encourage each of you to start measuring with a pair of test pants. Thank you.